Big dilemma for me is around back row selections. Artie Sevilla being the only lock-in at 7 in the back row. Who plays 6? Who plays 8? Welcome back to Kick On Rugby Channel. I'm your host, Dane Shearer. And with the squad being selected this week, I'm going to try my best to predict the match day 23 that will take France on in the first test. As always, let me know in the comments what changes would you make? Who would you bring in? Who would you leave out? Why would you bring someone else in? Why would you leave someone out? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So, Razor's second year in charge. France in New Zealand. Big tests coming up. When the squad was released, my first thing was to try and predict the match day 23 because there's some new exciting talent within that All Black squad. Lots of versatility as well. So there's a few players that can play a few different positions. And this is my go at predicting the squad to take on France in that first test. Yes, I'm not Kiwi. I enjoy rugby. I love talking about rugby. So if you're going to comment, you're not Kiwi, leave it alone, stop talking about the All Blacks, get out of here, man. Join the queue. I enjoy them. I just love rugby, right? Get on with it. I enjoy it. I'm going to predict that. I'm South African, but I love watching the All Blacks. I love talking about the All Blacks. So just get in the comments and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Not that I should not talk about the All Blacks, because I'm going to talk about the All Blacks. All right, here it is. Tamati Williams, Cody Taylor, Fletcher Newell up front, Scott Barrett, captain, and Tupou in the locks. And then my back row, Sammy Penny-Finau, Artie Savia, and Wallace Sititi. Cam Roigard, Damien McKenzie, 9 and 10. Centres, Geordie Barrett, Billy Proctor, and back three of Rico Ioane, Sevu Reece, and Will Jordan. Then the bench, I got Samisoni Tokia'o, Tyrell Lomax, Pasilio Tosi, Fabian Holland, Duplessis Karifi, Noah Hotham, Bowden Barrett, and Timothy Tavatavanawa. Man, that is a strong squad. Thrown in some of the newcomers, some of the debutants, and mixed in with guys that have been there, done that, guys that are knocking on that 100th cap door. You're looking at guys like Cody Taylor and Artie Savia who are high into the 90 games for the All Blacks. And then you got guys like Duplessis Karifi, Fabian Holland, and Tavatavanawa who could potentially make their debuts. Exciting times. As always, let me know in the comments what changes would you make? Why would you bring someone else in? Why would you leave someone else out? I want to hear from you. We're going to get into some of the reasons why I've picked these guys. Right, so up front, Tamati Williams, Fletcher Newell, Cody Taylor. All Crusaders front row. And I think we all know why. Did we watch the Blues, the semi-finals, Crusaders and Blues? Did we watch Crusaders versus Chiefs in the final? Did we see the scrums? Yep, you can't. It is very hard to argue against this. Yes, there's Ethan de Groot, there's Tyrell Lomax. But this combination, the partnership that these three guys have, it's the old head in the middle, the two young fellas going at it. And man, that scrum is just anchored in the front there. You're coming up against a Northern Hemisphere side, France, that they love set piece. And later on in the year, you'll come up against the Springboks as well. You want that to be a cornerstone of your game. Strong, set piece, dominant, up front, in the scrum. Let's go, man. You want that. So it's like anyone who says Ethan de Groot or Tyrell Lomax, it's a tough sell for me because these guys have shown it. These past couple of weeks, they have shown it. Yes, international level is a different ball game, but I've gone with these three. My locks, Scott Barrett, Tupou. Scott Barrett, captain, he's in, he's leading the team, rightly so. He's been immense for the Crusaders and immense for All Blacks for a number of years, and he is the captain. Tupou has been outstanding for the Chiefs this year. The work rate he gets through, I feel like he's improved at his lineouts as well, not just his own ball, but defensive lineouts, getting in there and disrupting the opposition's ball. And what he does around the park is the perfect fit for a number 5. He's almost playing like an extra loose forward as well, gets around the park and does so much work. Tackles, carries, hitting rucks, Tupuvai. I need to find out if that's a stat it definitely is a stat, but whether they put it up on all the websites that show player stats, because rucks hit, Tupuvai will be up there with the most in every game, for sure. And then the big one, the back row. I've gone with Samipeni Finau, Ardi Savia, and Wallace Sititi. That's what I've gone with. Finau, strong ball carrier, bigger body, strong defensively as well. Yes, I get the conversation around he's had lots of opportunities, he hasn't taken it. But who else are you putting in there as an out-and-out 6 that's going to carry the ball for you, is going to get over that advantage line, that's a bigger body as well, that can come up against these Northern Hemisphere sides, against the South Africans, against Australia, against Argentinians, pretty much against anyone really. You need to have those bigger bodies. You're looking at the other guys that are there, Luke Jacobson, but Christian lio-willie is in as he's on an injury cover or injury cloud. I don't think they'll have Christian lio-willie as an injury cover and then put him into the team straight away. So I don't think that'll happen. So I think they go with this mix. And then you've got someone like Du Plessis-Kirifi on the bench to come in that last 20, 30 minutes and go crazy. Be the dog. Come in there and just around the rucks, around the ball. Just energy, high energy. And I like that mix up. Hopefully there's not injuries to other guys there, but I think they go with that. 9 and 10, Cam Roigard, Damien McKenzie. Roigard speaks for himself. Been outstanding for the Hurricanes this year. Really, really good. We know what he does for the All Blacks as well. Devastating ball runner. Slick. I think he's worked a lot more on his pass as well, because that's just been slick, been very quick. He's getting better at his decision-making with passing. So looking to hit those right options and those ball carriers coming on, very, very good. And his box kicks have got a lot better as well. I've gone with Damien McKenzie. We know, yes, might not have had the best Super Rugby final. His forwards got dominated. It's hard for a 10 then to have a good game. When he's playing behind a dominant forward pack, he's one of the most lethal attacking rugby players in the world, hands down. And I won't hear a word against that. He's on front foot, he's fantastic. Yes, I do get that. On the back foot, he also needs to then learn how to change momentum of games, how to swing it, because yes, the best in the business, the best guys at 10 knew how to do that, but that'll come with time, and I still think he's the man there. He still kicks really well off the tee. Again, did not have his best kicking day in the final as well, but I think they back him in at 10 there. My centres, I've gone with Geordie Barrett, Billy Proctor. Now, yes, you could look to Quinn Tupai or even Tava Tavanawa to start to really enforce that in the middle. They get over that vantage line, playing that just, we want to batter and bruise you up the middle. But I do think Geordie Barrett can give you that, but still can give you a bit of skills, bit of distribution. Got a big kick on him as well. He was also named as vice captain. So whether that can be vice captain from the bench or not even in the match day 23, but I do think he starts there. I think I'd like to see Billy Proctor played 13. Unreal for the Hurricanes. He's got that bit of X factor as well. He's got a good step, good handoff, strong defensively. And I think it brings you a little bit more than someone like Rieko Ioane does at 13. Now we'll go straight into the back three. So I've gone with Rieko Ioane, Sevu Reece, and Will Jordan. Why I've gone with Rieko Ioane on the wing, I don't think Caleb Clark, I'd say deserves because I don't know what it takes to be there, but hasn't been in any good form of late at all. And I think with all the centres that were picked in the squad and the small amount of out-and-out wingers that were picked, I think Rieko Ioane is definitely covering as a wing or could be playing back to wing there. So I've gone with him at wing. Now we know what he does on the wing. Yes, he's made a lot of inroads at 13 because it is a very difficult position, but I think he gets a crack on the wing. Sevu Reece, been outstanding for Crusaders, back to his fine form that we knew him of when he burst onto the scene. And then Will Jordan, just Air Jordan, boy, just elite in the air, elite at fullback, definitely gets to go there. And on the bench, so Tokiaho, massive impact he'll bring. Lomax and Tossi, big boys that can bring that extra power the last 20, 30 minutes. Fabian Holland, get him in there. Also tall, big, got through a ton of work this year. Highlanders were one of the best line-out percentage wins in the Super Rugby this year, and it's because of the big Flying Dutchman, Fabian Holland. Karifi, I've already spoken on him, bring a ton of energy later on. Noah Hotham, I think, has catapulted himself above Cortez Ratima. He was fantastic in the final. His box kicks were unreal. His passing is good. His support play has gotten a lot better. So I think he goes in there. We know what Bowden Barrett, he'll cover 10 and fullback. And then Tavatavanawe on the bench covers centre and wing and flank if he has to. Would love to see this. Come on, 20, 30 minutes to go and just give him the ball. Give him the ball. Let him get over that vantage line. Let him bust some tackles. Try and stop him. There you have it. That is my matchday 23 predicted starting 15 and reserves for the first All Blacks test versus France. What changes would you make? What do you think of it? Do I know anything about All Blacks rugby? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.